boys and girls of every age.
Wouldn't you like to see something strange?
Come with us and you will see. This our town of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 Halloween.
Ooh, yeah, that's Halloween. Happy Halloween 2024. Halloween. I just love Halloween. This year I binge-watched the Jeffrey Dahmer story, went to go see Beetlejuice 2, surprisingly superior, and took on the cosplay of Jack Skellington. Yeah, such a shame. I was born sometime after the day itself was converted. From a certain party of, Sauron. Satan? Salamander? Samhain? Ah, yes, the so-called Lord of Death. If only I was there to see what the origins of Halloween had in store. I mean, I guess I could just look it up. Oh hey, Dan O'Hurley, the guy who played Conal Cochran in Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. So Dan, how were the origins of Halloween? Were there huge parties and larger amounts of candy?
You don't really know much about Halloween. You thought no further than the peculiar custom of having children wear disguises and roam begging for candy.
Oh, so they got vegetables instead?
No, it was the start of the year in our ancient Celtic lands. We would be waiting in our houses of clay and wattles, with barriers down, you see, between fiction and reality, and the deceased might be looking to sit near our fires of turf.
Interesting. So where does the fun part come in?
Halloween, the festival of Samhain. The last great one took place 3,000 years ago, when the hills ran red with the blood of sacrifices.
Okay then, maybe I'm glad I was born way after. Now back to the topic of today's Halloween. It's awesome. I love to dress up, get candy, go to haunted attractions, get candy, hit up fun and responsible parties, get candy, watch horror movies, get candy, carve pumpkins. Oh, and did I mention,
Candy!
But there was one particular year where I did things a tad bit differently. It'd be expected to trick-or-treat in a different neighborhood every now and then, but how much of a difference could I make in a new neighborhood, Well, I got an announcement from Mom that we were not trick-or-treating in our usual neighborhood that year. We were going to one that was, like, 2,000 miles west. In California. Yep, we were going on a Halloween vacation. Not a Christmas vacation, a Halloween vacation. Who's ever heard of that? We were going there to visit my mom's family who lived there at the time. And before packing, Mom took me shopping for a new costume, and I took the liberty of choosing a glow-in-the-dark skeleton costume. Specifically this one. Pretty sick, huh? To make the night of departure more interesting, it was the same night that Monsters vs. Aliens Mutant Pumpkins from Outer Space premiered. Going on vacation during the school year felt very rewarding. To think, damn, on my favorite holiday, while my fellow third graders were busy with reading assignments and spelling tests, I was schmoozing it on an airplane, reading comics from a Nickelodeon magazine, and playing dots and boxes on my Spider-Man coloring book with Dad. Oh, and we also had a new guy on the aisle seat who happily joined the game. I lost terribly. Oh well. We finally got off the plane, and the man turned out to be a shape-shifting alien. He could read our minds, so he knew exactly how to win. What a nice guy. We got to the family house where my aunt, uncle, and little cousin lived. It was a nice few days of catching up and bonding, watching Halloween specials and anything else that pops up. Couldn't go outside, unfortunately, as there was an army of ghosts. Crazy, huh? I gotta say, this Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Halloween episode gets better the more I watch it. Glad we have something to do indoors, because I'm not going outside.
Do you have the time to hear us out on donating a huge fund to the Church of Scientology? Or just give us some souls?
Oh, gentlemen, I can help you out with your request.
Thanks.
No, the first part. Then came the day itself, Halloween. I was already preparing myself for the evening. That was at least 8 hours away. I already had my costume on. but the night could not arrive anytime soon. So yeah, I was to entertain myself by relaxing the whole day in my costume, while also watching Batman Forever. The dark finally engulfed the neighborhood, and it was time to get some candy. My little cousin dressed as Minnie Mouse, and we roamed around making Hallows Eve worth celebrating. Fun fact about my old Halloween days, every trick-or-treat aftermath, I would empty out and line up every candy coordinated by brand. The lineup always started with Hershey, followed up by Reese's and Kit Kats, goes all the way down to Twizzlers, gross. Yeah, that's another fact about me. Do not put licorice in my trick-or-treat bag. I hate that stuff. No matter what flavor, it sucks. They are bland, they're chewy, they get stuck in my teeth. Also, don't give me Hershey Special Dark. Dark chocolate is pretty much chocolate without the chocolate. Does that sound like something good? I prefer to enjoy an actual delicious candy bar. While trick-or-treating on 5th Avenue, I had a crunch that some older kids dressed as the Three Musketeers were making a wager of 100 grand, and that the ones named Heath and, Henry were mysteriously snickering, saying that Reese's chances of winning were as high as Babe Ruth living to be 54, so they were just to wait until payday. Hopefully there will be no bounty. If only gambling wasn't a mound of flaw in our Milky Way galaxy.
Ah, that's way too many puns in one paragraph.
Yeah, you're right, I completely lost my train of thought. As a kid, the worst part of the vacation was going home. Going home is especially bad when you have school the following day. It's sickening to think of. The idea of having to immediately go back to work. Not only that, but think about all a day's worth of saved up worksheets for you to do. But think of the positives. That's the thing. We still get a buttload of candy. There's a trick-or-treat story to tell my peers the following days. Oh yeah, and it's finally November. So you know what that means! You know, it just amazes me how fast the year actually is. I spend a lot of time waiting for the best times of the year to arrive. Well, with Halloween ending in a certain amount of hours, I'd just like to say that I hope you all had a good time. Scaring people, getting scared yourself. It's all fun and games like it's meant to be. Unless someone plans on carrying out the old traditions from the Festival of Samhain? Nah. Okay, I guess it's time to get some sleep. So happy Halloween, and don't do... Wait, Dan, what are you doing with that piece of Stonehenge? Oh great, demon summoning. Don't do drugs, kids. Oh god, fire! Ah! Ow! Ah!